around the Department of Defense. This is your daily news brief.
The challenge of great power competition. I'm Mark Weeks. The Assistant Secretary of Defense for Indo-Pacific Security Affairs says the U.S. competition with China is the ongoing challenge of this generation, and that the United States military must adapt to deter China. Speaking at a Brookings Institution event in Washington, Randall Shriver said the Defense Department views military developments in China as seeking to erode U.S. military advantages. U.S. forces are adapting to fight against near-peer competitors, and Shriver said that instead of expecting to dominate an opponent, U.S. armed forces are learning to expect to be contested throughout a fight, while achieving the political objectives set for them. The Assistant Secretary said China is working to become the preeminent power in the Indo-Pacific, and that the United States will cooperate with China where it makes sense, and oppose the nation when that need arises. Undersecretary of Defense for Policy John Rood says competing, deterring, and winning in the face of revisionist competitors such as China and Russia won't be easy, and the U.S. must grow a more lethal joint force as well as a more robust constellation of allies and partners. Rood says the U.S.-South Korea relationship has strengthened and that South Korea is a defense partner that is trusted across the Indo-Pacific region, having gone from being a net security recipient to being a net security provider. Political and social conflict between South Korea and Japan have upset the trilateral relationship among the United States and those countries, and the Undersecretary said the U.S. encourages South Korea to recommit and renew its General Security of Ministry Information Agreement with Japan. Over 3,700 soldiers from 14 different nations completed 2 weeks of intensive training in Ukraine during Exercise Rapid Trident 2019. U.S. troops trained the Ukrainians on decontamination of military vehicles, room clearing techniques, and medical training. U.S. and Ukraine soldiers trained together in the largest wet gap crossing and the first ever live fire exercise conducted between the two militaries. Exercise Rapid Trident was important for the development of Ukraine's armed forces, building both border defense capabilities and multinational interoperability to ensure a stronger and more united Europe for collective defense against potential adversaries, officials said. That's your DoD News Brief. I'm Mark Weeks. You can find more stories about your military at defense.gov and by using hashtag KnowYourMil.